Welcome back to It's a Tool Thing. Today with a quick update on a few things I've done to my carry tote for the inside of the shop. The first major thing I did was I took out these SnapOn Impact Wobbly 3/8 drive standard links and replaced them. I went ahead and replaced them with these Matco deep or semi-deep, I'm actually not sure, ones. I figured I would try that for a while. I wanted to get some real world experience. Seems like the torque transfer for breaking stuff loose is pretty good, maybe even slightly better than the Snap-on ones, but I have been noticing when you really got them turned over, I can feel that. People always say the ball and socket, and I have some and I've never really noticed it before, but when you really got that thing cranked over, in particular this 16 millimeter, because it's a pretty tight fit where I have to put the 16 millimeters a lot of times, I can feel it, the binding in the joint itself. But so far I've been liking a little extra length here. I'm not sure if it's something I'm going to keep in long term, or if just a few of the longer ones are going to stay in and switch back to the other ones. But I figured the best way to really test them, I put these in a week ago or so, maybe 2 weeks ago. A little after I purchased them, pretty much just replaced them in stock, but I hadn't made a video about it yet. I've been pretty happy with them so far. Been using the heck out of them. So that's the first thing. The other thing I kept running into was these 12 points that I have down below here. I kept needing the shorter, in particular 10 millimeter and 1/2 inch and 3/8. This here's the 10 millimeter. I had the Midlinks in there. So what I went ahead and did, just trying some stuff out. Other kit here. What I went ahead and did was I switched some of them. I was going to switch them all back to the standard depths, but I decided that it seemed like the ones that I was running into that issue were the smaller ones. So I just did from 14 to 10, 7. I switched those back to the shallows or standard depths, and then left these in the semi-deeps, 12 point. As far as the actual sockets themselves, I don't use 12 point a whole bunch, but I've had no issues with them. It's just a matter of fitting them into the place, in particular the 10 millimeter 1/2 inch drive lines, PTOs, that kind of thing, where they don't fit. So not that I'm gonna get it out of the box, but I went ahead and did that to the metrics. I did the same thing to the standards. Figured I'd try that in my carry tote for now. And all be all, it wasn't at the end of the world. As you can see here, I did the same thing. This one here is actually a chrome 3/8, obviously. I went ahead and left the slightly deeper one in there. Figuring maybe I'll use it because I actually have my main one's a 12 point, because I barely ever use 3/8. I don't know if you can see that there. My main one is a 3/8 12 point already. So I went ahead and left this one. That would give me a little variety. Don't have a 6-point standard depth in there though. And then there's actually another one over here, 3/8. So I keep on the Impact Wobbly. So I went ahead and did that, but I switched the rest of those units, like you can see here. The larger ones I left in the semi-deeps in the tool tote, and then I switched these out for the shallower ones. I figured I'd try that for a while and see if I notice that I have to keep going back to these bins a lot, because that's what I was noticing, in particular with the 10 millimeter. It was kind of frustrating because I use that on a fairly regular basis, 12 point 10 millimeter, and not having it in the box was a failure. And maybe that's the only one I really should have changed, but I figured I would do 1/2 and 1/2, and as you can see, the height difference, that's due to this being a standard depth and this being a semi-deep. I don't know if you can see that very well. You zoom in just a little bit. Apparently it won't let me zoom. Let me take you off the little mount here. So yeah, you can see here, this one's a standard depth 12 point underneath, and this one is a semi-deep 12 point. You can see the height difference. I did the same thing over here on the standard ones. Right here, 3/4, I kept the semi-deep Sun X 12 point, and then I switched to the standard depth. This is actually a Sun X 11/16 here. I figured I'd try that for a while, see what I think. That's just a quick update of what I've got going on with my carry tote and some of the changes I've been making. Thank you for watching. Please comment down below. What do you think? Should I have kept the semi-deeps or gone all shallow 12 points? And does anybody else have these here? Have they noticed that notchiness when it's really cranked over? These pinless style Matco. Like I said, I've been actually noticing that quite a bit, though I do like the depth. I'm sure there's going to be a time where the depth's going to be a negative thing. And as always, have a great day.